800 Civil War era gold coins found in a field in Kentucky. And one of the most important, critical lessons any silver and gold investor needs to understand embedded into this story. Imagine you're a farmer. It's spring. You want to go check on your cornfield. You're getting ready to plant your seed. You're walking along. You see something shiny in the ground. You go to investigate. It's a Civil War era gold coin. You do a little more digging around. You find another and another until you find 800 Civil War era gold coins. But more importantly, there's a critical lesson in this story. We're actually going to take on our friend Dave Ramsey once again in something he said disparaging about gold that this story will absolutely disprove. The person who found the gold coins wishes to remain anonymous. So if you're joining me from Kentucky, I just wanted to tell you how much I like people from Kentucky. And if you need my P.O. box number, I'd be happy to provide that to you. Now, this is from Coin World. It says a multi-million-dollar hoard of more than 800 U.S. Civil War era gold coins was recently found in a cornfield somewhere in the state of Kentucky. Veteran Kentucky numismatist Jeff Garrett from Mid-America Rare Coin Galleries in Lexington, so that gives us a little hint, says the unnamed finder, who wishes to remain anonymous but we know loves to watch Ron's basement videos, contacted him roughly 3 months ago seeking numismatic advice and arranged to meet him at his coin store. Garrett met with him and was overwhelmed by the magnitude of the man's find. So I know you, the guy that found it, loves to watch Ron's basement. All we're asking for are 2 of the coins. I'm going to keep one for my own little greedy hands, but I'll do a giveaway with the other one. Hey guys, it never hurts to ask. We're still going to disprove Dave Ramsey, and we're going to talk about the fascinating history of Kentucky during the Civil War briefly because it directly relates to this story and this critical lesson that all of us silver and gold investors needs to remember. The location where the hoard was discovered is not being disclosed. I wonder why. Other than being described as a cornfield in Kentucky. Now, who said farming doesn't pay, right? Maybe we all need to chip in our money and become Kentucky corn farmers. You don't have to be a Kentucky corn farmer who just found 800 gold coins to join me in Ron's basement. No, you just have to be you. You are unique. You are special. This is not called RonTube. This is called YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. I want you to come back. Leave a comment in the comment section below. It really got under my skin when I heard an interview with Dave Ramsey, the financial guru. He hates gold and silver. And one of the examples he gave was that during the Civil War, people in the South who had all their money in Confederate dollars, when that currency collapsed, right, when there was no more value to the Confederate dollars, he said people didn't go to silver and gold. No, they went to the Union money, which was called greenbacks. And I said, BS. That's not an argument against gold and silver, because the people in the South that had their money in gold and silver, they maintained their wealth, they maintained their value. And it gets even more astounding when you consider the fact that during the Civil War, Kentucky was neutral. I didn't know that. Maybe you already did. So people in Kentucky were often at odds with one another. Were they going to use the currency of the North, which was called the greenback? Or would they use the currency of the South, the Confederate dollar? Well, think about this. Think about that farmer, right, who was walking through his field. Think about if he had found a bag full of greenbacks, 800 greenbacks, worth $20 each. From what I understand, you can still use those as currency even today. He would have found himself $1,600. What a treasure, right? Not really when you compare that to the value of the gold, which is now almost 100 times more valuable. Imagine if instead of finding the 800 gold coins, somebody had put a sack with 800 Confederate $20 bills. What would those be worth today? Heck, people were using the Confederate currency after the Civil War. When the South had collapsed, they were using Confederate dollars for wallpaper, even toilet paper, from what I understand. So the big lesson here is the fact that silver and gold do maintain their value. 150 years ago, some guy hid 800 gold coins in a cornfield in Kentucky. Those 800 gold coins have the same value today, maybe even more, that they did 150 years ago. Had he put currency in the ground in a sealed bag, it would be worth maybe 1%, maybe 2% of what the value of the gold is today. Gold and silver hold their value. What Dave Ramsey says is not true. Sure, the people in the South may have started using greenbacks as their currency, but from a wealth preservation perspective, gold and silver rule the day. I'm going to give you a choice right now. You get to hide a treasure for one of your descendants to find in 150 years. In this hand, I have $20,000, paper money, okay? Fiat currency, unicorn fart dust, whatever you want to call it. You can hide that in a sealed container, or I have the equivalent in gold at $2,000 per ounce. I have 10 gold coins. Which are you going to hide for your descendants to find? I hope I know the correct answer. Thanks for joining me. Go watch a live stream, and I'll see you soon.